My name is Owen McMahon. Who am I here with?
Thomas Bowles.
Aileen Monk.
R.A.P. Lit guy is Claude Monet. He was a French painter born in November 1840 and died in December 1926. He was the founder of the Impressionist painting and was seen as a key precursor to modernism. So what was really special about his interpretation and painting of nature. Thomas, what do you have to say about that?
He used really vivid colors and pigments, and I think, like you said, he kickstarted Impressionism as a whole, which would later influence modernism, which was a mass period of experimentation within art. Prior to his entrance to the mainstream, art was seen as similar to academia, where there's high expectations and it being basically rendering every minute detail within a piece. But ever since cameras entered the mainstream and became more accessible, having that realistic style became really rejected, more so because if you could easily capture an image in seconds, why would you spend days, weeks, or even years spending to render a single piece? So I think he popularized having broad strokes, vivid colors. Basically it kind of coincides with Romanticism as a whole, because he had a focus on naturalism and nature, which is really seen in his pieces such as his Water Lily series.
Yeah, for sure. And so right now we are looking at one of his paintings made in 1877, the Saint Lazare Station. Aileen, can you tell us about this painting?
I really found it was a capture of in the moment kind of painting that was it was really well represented. The smoky atmosphere was really well painted, and I really found that it's definitely a piece of modernism, just because that in the moment kind of paintings were definitely a big criteria of them. So
yeah, for sure. And I've noticed that actually his hazy style and his kind of non-distinct sort of look to his paintings is really puts an emphasis on the modernism aspect of throwing off the rules. It's he's basically getting rid of the notion that you have to use elements of realism and make it as exact as possible. Thomas, you touched on this. And basically just taking in his own style, and even while painting nature and city scenes, he's just doing it in his own unique way and making it not as distinct, but also more colorful, emotional, more supplemental towards whatever he's trying to convey to the audience. Thomas, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, his hazy way of rendering life is so mesmerizing, which can be seen especially in his series of water lily paintings, which encompassed his whole career. And they were created in his gardens in Giverny and are among of his most famous works. And these large-scale immersive paintings capture the reflection and changing light on the surface of the water. And I think it's just it's so beautiful. And it's not just him, but other Impressionist painters, especially Monet, focus on capturing the fleeting effects of light and atmosphere.
I really found that his depiction of nature was really beautiful too. He definitely seemed to like gardens and the outside. His paintings rarely ever depicts indoors, and it's always outside, which definitely have more of a story to tell, and is constantly changing, which is why the in the moment kind of aspect of it is really nice.